I'm Brandon Lang, and this is your Sunday edition of My Two Cents. And we'll get to your free pick winner in just a moment. We're going to break down the Colts and the Saints, Chargers and Raiders, Panthers and Eagles. We'll break them down for you in just a second. Well, what a complete debauchery of Saturday. We'll have more on that in just a moment. Let's handle our Sunday business first. 80 dime, odds maker air, game of the year winner, number 3 in a row goes today. 2 weeks ago, we gave you the biggest blowout on the board. Arizona 42-17 over Detroit. And last week, 80 dime winner number 2 in a row on the Vikings, 16-10 over the Chiefs. Let's get 80 dime winner number 3 in a row. Let's step up and make it a third straight winning Sunday in the NFL. Now, about Saturday. Every once in a while, you make a mistake. You got to man up to that mistake, and you got to move on. For about 5 to 10 minutes in the back door of the website, Wake Forest was going to get posted. Somehow that game got posted. I pulled that down because I decided to go with Miami as my best bet. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't matter who it was, Wake Forest or Miami. Both were absolutely horrible calls. But in fairness, on this website, if a game gets posted for 1 minute by accident, computer glitch, whatever, I do not take that play as a win, but I will count it as a loss. My mistake, you move on. It does not matter. Both were absolutely horrible calls. 9-6 in college football now, and my Brandon Lang clients are still up money in college football. But it doesn't matter. I will take Wake Forest as a loss along with Miami, and I will move on. More importantly to me on this website is my integrity and my honesty. And no one's going to call that into question over whether I should take Wake Forest as a win or loss. That's how we do it here, and that's how we'll always do it. Doesn't matter, let's say, if I had a 75 dime release on Auburn plus 7.5 and they lose by 8 in a gut-wrenching OT, bad beat, or a bad call in Miami. A loss is a loss just like a win is a win. No matter how it does it pay out or do you pay out? Yesterday was a horrible day. But in college football this year, we've had many more great calls than we have had bad calls. Northwestern plus 11 outright over Stanford, first game of the year. How good does that play look now with the way Stanford is rolling? But the bottom line, yesterday was a very, very bad day. I man up, I own up to it, and I move on. And one thing I have done after losing on Saturdays in college football this year, I have won on Sundays. And that, my friends, is the bottom line. And so today is about 80 dime NFL winner number 3 in a row. Today is about winning Sunday number 3 in a row. And today is bouncing back, manning up, and getting your clients back in the winner's circle, just like that 80 dimer 2 weeks ago with Arizona, and just like that 80 dime number 2 in a row last Sunday on the Vikings over the Chiefs. That's where we stand. We have built this bankroll to some unbelievable places the last 3 or 4 months, over the last 2 years. And a $10 bettor still sits comfortably over the $10,000 mark the last 2 years in college and pro. Bottom line is that's not the worst call I'm ever going to make again, nor will it be the one that defines me on this football season. We need to step up and have a winning day today, and I'm confident 80 dime winner number 3 in a row will do just that. Third straight winning Sunday. At your fingertips right now. Let's bounce back and let's get it done. All right, my 2 cents. Let's go back to college football. Because watching the Duke-Virginia Tech game, it amazed me once again how poorly and how terrible a coaching staff can manage a clock. Tied at 24 after Duke misses a field goal, Virginia Tech completes a pass out to the 50-yard line and has 1st and 10 at midfield, 25 seconds to go, and 1 timeout. Any good coach or coordinator will tell his head coach, let's take our last timeout right here. Now you get your offense over to the side. We're at the 50-yard line. We need 15 yards to get a field goal. And I let my quarterback, Brewer, know, here's our situation. We have no timeouts. So if we complete a ball in the middle of the field and we don't pick up the first down to stop the clock, which is what happens in college football when you pick up a first down, we've got to get up there and spike the ball. At least you've calmed your offense down. Get everybody on the same page with 25 seconds to go, knowing My field goal kicker's probably good from 56 or in. He's got the leg for that. So let's just try to pick up 15 yards in 25 seconds, and that's our situation. What does Frank Beamer do? The clock runs. Nobody tells him to use our timeout to stop the clock. His quarterback's trying to get the offense all set up. They're trying to set up a play. They're trying to huddle, trying to call up the line of scrimmage. Now the clock's gone from 25 to 15. They still have a timeout. They don't use it. Everybody's going crazy. Now everybody's running around going crazy. And with 6 seconds to go, Virginia Tech calls their last timeout. Why? Why wasn't that timeout called at 25 seconds? Knowing you have 15 yards to pick up for your field goal kicker with 25 seconds to go and a quarterback who is mobile, who can roll the pocket and run. Once again, I'm sitting there in disbelief as a head football coach of Frank Beamer's reputation and his offensive coordinator and that coaching staff. Nobody says we need to take our time out here with 25 seconds to go and get a game plan for the next 15 yards. And once again, I sit back and watch a head football coach mismanage a clock of legendary proportions. Unbelievable. As it stands, Duke goes on to win an epic 4-overtime matchup. Good for David Cutcliffe. Good for Duke. Because I assure you, if David Cutcliffe had been on the other side and they had completed a pass at the 50-yard line and they had 25 seconds to go, I guarantee you with one timeout left, David Cutcliffe takes his timeout. He gets his offense over there and says, we're going to be on the same page here. We're going to get 15 to 20 yards in the next 25 seconds, and we're going to win this game on the last play of the game with a field goal. Frank Beamer, horrible clock management at the end of the game. And ironically enough, it probably cost your team the game itself. All right, free pick winner. Saints roll into Indy to face the Colts. Saints defense at home gives up about 22 points a game. Saints defense on the road gives up over 32 points a game. After the embarrassment of Deflategate and the fake punt and everything that went on with the Colts and Patriots last week, I look for an embarrassed Colts team to step up at home today and Andrew Luck to have his way with this Saints defense that last time on the road gave up 36 to the Eagles. Let's take the Colts from -4.5 to +5.5 in the first of this 3-team 10-point teaser. Let's move to the afternoon card. Phillip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers are currently on a 3-14 run against the number. Yes, they got the cover last week against the Green Bay Packers, but this team at home is 1-9 their last 10 against the spread. The Raiders are coming off a bye week. They've covered 5 of their last 6 in Qualcomm, and I have no problem taking the Raiders from +3.5 up to +13.5, the second leg of this 3-team 10-point teaser. Now let's go to Sunday night. And yes, the Eagles screwed me on the total on Monday night, but I do like them going into Carolina and punching the Panthers in the face. Do I give Carolina credit for their win last week at Seattle? Absolutely. But I'm still not sold, believe it or not, on this Carolina defense against the offense of the Philadelphia Eagles. And on Sunday night, I look for the Eagles to go in here because I think the Eagles propose matchup problems for this Carolina defense. Yes, I do. I believe the defensive front of the Eagles, the D-line, is coming of age. And with what I saw in person Monday night, this Eagles defense is getting momentum. Let's go ahead and take the Eagles from their current +3 up to +13 and call for the Birds to have a chance to win this one outright. 3-team 10-point teaser. Let's rock and roll with the Colts to +5.5. Let's take the Raiders to +13.5. And let's take the Birds to +13. I'm Brandon Lang. Don't miss 80 Dime. NFL winner number 3 in a row, winning Sunday number 3 in a row. Let's get back on track, and we'll look to go to 5-1 on Monday nights this year. I'm Brandon Lang. We'll see you back here on Monday with another edition of My 2 Cents.